Absolutely. I mean, Stephen, you and I were talking about it yesterday. We were highlighting the fact that, hey, the upper Midwest, yeah, we have to focus on the tornado potential there, but we also have to keep in mind what could happen along the southeast coast. With Arthur, there was some drier air that was a factor into this because we had this stalled out boundary, which is why the southeast coast has been the focal point. The rain hasn't pushed too far inland in spots like Texas, now starting to work its way inland as that drier air has since kind of dissipated. But it's that interaction with the drier air, the moisture, that's allowing for a little extra rotation to happen, which is why we've seen tornadoes being reported across New Orleans. But I want to draw your attention to this roaring creek in front of me. This is called the Grove Creek. I'll be careful as I get a little bit closer. But just look at the pace of the water here, Stephen. Now, we came and we're scoping out locations to be here in Hattiesburg, and just yesterday, we took some video of what the creek looked like prior, just so you can get a good perspective of the before and the after. And I will tell you what, this creek rises about 1 foot at least every hour. And we're seeing some of the heaviest rain we've had over the last couple of hours right now. The rain's far from done in Hattiesburg, and that's the concern. We're already watching this river rise up to this drainage bed here, but then you also look on my left-hand side and you have another area where you're getting water draining from some of the rolling hills. Now, the topography of Mississippi is a little bit interesting. So where Brandy's at along Gulfport and into Biloxi, that's the Gulf and the plains, the southern plains. However, where I'm at, we're into the Pine Belt. The Pine Belt does have some rolling hills intertwined with a lot of dense vegetation, but it's that rolling hills that can make it such an efficient flash flood producer, especially as it all dumps into these creeks and rivers. The Leaf River has seen water rise above normal, so we're approaching flood stage in many areas. This particular creek is also rising above normal. We still got a long way to go till it's impactful for this bridge. So the good news is we haven't seen any significant flash flooding along major thoroughfares here, but that's not necessarily the case for all of Mississippi this week. We think back to Tuesday, Picayune, Mississippi, along one of their major highways, had at least 1 foot of inundation. I draw your attention to some of that video that came in from Picayune, and you can just tell 6 inches of rain fell on Tuesday in 6 hours, and that's what prompted that significant flash flooding. Well, now we're looking at the very least, we've seen about 3 inches. That's the official report thus far in and around the Hattiesburg area. However, it's still coming down. The rain's only going to tally up. By the end of this, I think we could be approaching that 6-inch mark by the end of the day. The river, again, it keeps rising. We've got rapids coming off on either side. And this is the ferocity of water and what water can really do. Okay, so all it takes is 6 inches of water to knock you off your feet, 12 inches close to a foot, and a car can get swept away, which is what we've seen in Mississippi over the last couple of weeks with flash flood events. There's even been fatalities reported in the Magnolia State from rapid water rise. That was a couple of weeks ago around the Memorial Day holiday, but nonetheless, they're all too prone to flash flooding. And even so with Hattiesburg specifically, they had just over 4 inches of rain on Tuesday, and that was one of their wettest June days ever recorded. I think it tops at the 5th wettest day. So June has been very wet. The soil already impermeable. The water's not wanting to come down, and yet Arthur, or at least the remnants of Arthur, keeps pouring more on top of it. Mississippi overall as a state, it ranks 5th in terms of floodplain land. About 5 million acres of Mississippi is within a floodplain. It ranks 8th in the United States for repeated structural loss from flash flood events. So that just goes to show that while Mississippi, we've seen flood events before, no matter how well fortified you can be, when you pound on 12 to over 15 inches of rain, not necessarily saying that's the case at the minute level, where we could see anywhere between 6 to as much as 15 inches in some spots. Hattiesburg, I definitely think will be on that mid to higher end, about 6 to 10 inches by the end of this event. But it is long stretch, Stephen. It's a multi-day thing that we'll have to watch out for. The moisture from Arthur isn't done just yet. It won't be done with today either. We'll even have another sagging front that keeps precip around through the early half of this weekend.
While we're getting that flow from the south right now, it's going to orient more west to east later this afternoon, and that's the concerning thing. You are in that level 4 out of 4 risk for excessive rain, and according to the WPC, 80% of all flood-related damages occur during those high-risk days, so we'll see it. I'm glad you're sure-footed because you were very close to that creek. Haley Meier, thanks for the perspective. We'll be throughout the morning watching as those conditions, unfortunately, going to get worse before they get better.